Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in today. So, last night I made a video with something. I'll upload it later. It's something that my wife bought me. Anyway, today I want to tell you guys that I got my first plasti dip customer, and he really wanted something kind of different, something a little different from what I've done before. Those of you that know me personally know that the black stripes on my Camaro I done with plasti dip. Anyway, I'm gonna cut into it here in a minute and show you the before pictures, and then I'll talk about my process and how I done it. I wanted to video it, but I didn't get around to it. Anyway, then I'll show you guys the after pictures. Ended up blacking out his grill and a section of his front bumper and tinting his headlights, which I didn't use plasti dip smoke for the tint on the headlights, but that would have been my preferred route. I used Rust-Oleum peel coat, which I'm not real fond of. It doesn't perform like plasti dip itself does. Anyway, here in a minute I'll cut to the pictures. I got a little slideshow. The pictures of before, I'll talk about what I used, and cut to the after pictures. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Here's what it looked like before. Okay, so if you see in those pictures, I'd already started laying out my tape and drape, masking it off, and my customer, he asked if he could take some pictures. So I went ahead and let him, and I told him that if he was going to take the pictures, at least send them to me afterwards so I could make a video about what I had done. Now, how I do it is I lay out my tape and drape as close to what I'm getting ready to spray. Sometimes you actually have to tape a line, and when you go through, you put your first coat. When you put your first coat, you want about a half, 50% coverage. You don't want it wetted out real heavy. It gives the plasti dip something to bond to. If you look at the picture of the before, the dirt, that was where his license plate bracket was. Now, with saying that, I highly recommend you guys, if you're going to do this, clean it really good and let it dry overnight before you do anything like this. Now, I didn't, but he brought it to me and he wanted it done right then. So I went against my better judgment and went ahead and sprayed over it. I did use spray cans. I didn't use my sprayer system, which I do have now, but they cover really good. If you use plasti dip, the actual, I think the brand name's Performix or something like that, but it says plasti dip across the can. That stuff is my favorite. It covers very well, it peels very well, and if you go step by step, it outperforms anything I've used so far. Now, when you mask right up against something, like let's say it's just a body line and you want to mask a line out and do a design or whatever, you spray your 50% coverage, and I always do at least 3 to 4 coats on the low side. I'd like to get anywhere up to 6 or 7, so it's good, and that way when you go to peel it, it don't flake off. You ain't got to sit there with a microfiber cloth and rub it off or whatever. Now, when you mask it off and you're wanting a line, mask it, Go ahead and do your coats on your very last coat. Wet it out. Don't wet it out to where it's going to run. Do a 50% overlap. So you spray here. Your next spray, you want at least a half coverage on the spray before. You want to completely wet it out to where it looks nice and shiny. And on your last coat, spray your first 50%, like your tape lines right here. Spray it directly in the middle, right over the top of that tape line. After you wet it out, spray the rest of what you're doing and go back and peel your masking off right then. It leaves a nice crisp line. I buy my tape and drape, which is what's in the pictures there. I buy my tape and drape at Walmart. It's just a few dollars, and usually I use frog tape. It's a green roll. It's very, very awesome. I love it. Anyway, you just wet it out, peel it off. Anything that's not touching, look at before you go to peel it. Make sure it's not bridged. Like, there might be a gap, but make sure that plasti dip hasn't bridged over the top of it. So, because if you go to peel it off like that, it's gonna rip and tear, and it's gonna look kind of crappy. Anyway, that's what I done. I went ahead and got it done. I tinted his headlights a little bit. Nothing major, because I used off Rust-Oleum stuff that I'm not used to using and I don't really like. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut to the after pictures, and I'll come back in just a minute. Alright, so anyway, that right there is how it looks now. The customer was very satisfied with the end result. Now, like I said, I did not do it the way I would recommend it being done, the way I would do it if I was running a business. But he's very happy. Very, he loves it. He told me he was going to tell everyone he'd done it, or that I done it. So he told me he's going to bring it back pretty soon to get some more stuff done to it. Probably going to black out the wheels. And he was talking last night about doing something with the hood. If I go to do that, I will actually record the process, show you guys what I'm doing, kind of explain myself, kind of walk you guys through it. Now, I done this for free. He bought the stuff and I done it for free. As of right now, just to get my name out there, I'm not gonna charge anyone anything. Also, we done it outside my garage. We did not pull it in there or anything. You got to make sure it's a well ventilated area. You want to wear latex gloves, or any kind of glove, and a face mask, because it is an aerosol. It is paint, and it definitely has some effects if you don't. I also wore safety glasses, which don't have to, but it's preferred. Anyway, when you go through all this and get it done, shoot me a comment. If I don't know if you can leave picture comments or not, but if you can, put a picture of it in the comments below and let me know what's going on. So yeah, like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you guys want. Thanks.